Right now, at this very moment, something wonderful is being arranged on your behalf. Not someday, not eventually, right now. While you have been worrying, while you have been waiting, while you have been lying awake at 3 in the morning running calculations on why things have not worked out yet, something greater than your fear has been quietly, persistently, lovingly working in the background of your life. And the only reason you cannot see it yet is not because it is not there. It is because you have been looking in the wrong direction. You have been looking backward at what did not work and sideways at what other people have, when everything that is meant for you is coming from directly ahead. And today, we are going to turn you around. I want you to stay with every single word of this conversation, because what I am about to share with you is not just encouragement, it is not just a warm hug in video form, although honestly there is nothing wrong with that either. This is a genuine shift in perspective that has the power to change not just how you feel today, but how you move through the rest of your life. Because the way you relate to waiting, to uncertainty, to seasons that feel stalled and silent and endlessly long, determines everything. It determines your peace. It determines your energy. It determines whether you arrive at your blessings exhausted and bitter, or open and ready to receive them fully. And you deserve to arrive ready. So let us start with the truth. The honest, unsexy, completely necessary truth. Waiting is hard. Trusting is hard. Believing that good things are coming when all the evidence in front of you seems to suggest otherwise is genuinely, legitimately, not just a mindset problem hard. And if anyone has ever told you to just stay positive or just trust the process or just have faith with the casual ease of someone who has clearly never sat with a dream for years and years and years and watched it seem to stay just out of reach, then you have my full permission to find that mildly irritating. Because the work of maintaining hope in the middle of uncertainty is not a small thing. It is one of the most demanding things a human heart can do, and I see you in that place. The place where you have been patient for so long that patience itself has started to feel like a punishment. The place where you have done the inner work and the outer work and the journaling and the vision boards and the affirmations and the therapy and the self-improvement, and you are still standing here, still waiting, still wondering what more you could possibly do or be or change for life to finally start reflecting back what you have been pouring into it. That exhaustion is real. That frustration is valid. And you are allowed to feel it completely without it meaning that you have given up or that you have lost your faith or that you are somehow doing this wrong. You are not doing this wrong. You are in the middle of the story. And the middle of every great story looks, without exception, like things are not working out. Now, let me give you a framework for understanding this season of your life that might just be the most useful thing anyone has ever handed you. I want you to think about the life you want as a destination you are traveling toward. And I want you to think about where you are right now as not a dead end, but a specific and necessary point on the route. Because here is what navigation systems do not tell you when they reroute you. They do not explain why. They do not say, "We are taking you down this longer road because the original highway is blocked, or because this route passes something you absolutely need to see, or because arriving 5 minutes later means you will miss an accident that would have changed everything." They just say, in that calm, unbothered voice, "Recalculating." And then they take you somewhere you did not plan to go. And somehow, always, you still arrive. Your life is recalculating. That is not a catastrophe. That is navigation. And the greater good that is coming for you is not being withheld as punishment. It is being prepared. It is being arranged. It is coming together in ways that your current vantage point simply cannot see, but that your future self is going to look back on with complete understanding and profound gratitude. There is actually a concept in psychology called post-traumatic growth, which describes the well-documented phenomenon where people who have gone through significant difficulty and challenge often emerge with greater resilience, deeper compassion, clearer values, stronger relationships, and a more profound sense of meaning than they had before the hard season. Which means that the very thing that feels like it is setting you back may actually be setting you up. Not because suffering is good in itself, but because the human spirit, when it is met with challenge and chooses to keep going anyway, grows in ways that ease simply cannot produce. Your waiting is not wasted. Your struggle is not senseless. Your detour is not a dead end. It is development. So let us talk about how to actually live inside this truth in a way that is practical and sustainable and does not require you to be a monk with no feelings. Because knowing that greater good is coming is one thing. Feeling okay while you wait for it is quite another. And I want to give you real tools for the real days when trust feels thin and hope feels far away. The first thing I want you to practice is what I call the evidence audit. Here is how it works. When you are in a season of waiting and doubt, your brain, bless its overprotective heart, will begin collecting evidence for why things are not going to work out. It is trying to protect you from disappointment. But in doing so, it creates a very lopsided view of reality. So the evidence audit is a deliberate counterbalance. I want you to take a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On one side, write down the things that seem to be going wrong or not moving forward. And on the other side, and this is the crucial part, write down every single piece of evidence, no matter how small, that greater good is possible in your life. Every time something worked out unexpectedly, every door that closed and later revealed itself to be protection, every difficult season that eventually turned, every moment of grace that arrived when you had almost stopped expecting it, every small good thing that happened this week, this month, this year. Both lists are real, both lists are true, but you have been reading only one of them, and a lopsided reading of reality creates a lopsided life. The second practice is to release the how. And this one is going to require some genuine courage, because the how is where most of us grip the tightest. We know what we want. We have a very specific idea of how it should arrive, by when, through whom, in what form, following which sequence of events. And then, when it does not arrive in that exact configuration, we conclude that it is not coming at all. But what if the how you have imagined is simply too small? What if the universe, life, whatever you choose to call the force that is larger than your plans, has a how in mind that your current imagination genuinely cannot contain? What if the best things that have ever happened to you arrived in ways you never would have predicted or planned? Because I would bet that they did. The best things usually do. So releasing the how is not giving up on the what. It is trusting that the delivery method is being handled by something that can see further than you can. The third practice is to begin acting as if. Not in a delusional, ignore your real life kind of way, but in the way that prepares the ground for what is coming. If you are waiting for financial abundance, start treating the money you have with more respect and gratitude. If you are waiting for a loving relationship, start cultivating more love in the relationships you already have. If you are waiting for better health, start honoring the health you currently possess. If you are waiting for your dream to manifest, start showing up as the person who is already living that dream in small daily ways. Because here is the truth about preparation meeting opportunity. When what you have been waiting for finally arrives, and it will arrive, you want to be ready. You want to have been practicing the version of yourself who can actually hold it. Acting as if is not pretending. It is preparing. The fourth practice is what I call the trust ritual. And this is something I want you to do every single evening before you sleep. I want you to write down one thing that happened today that could be interpreted as the universe moving in your favor. It does not have to be dramatic. It does not have to be obviously connected to your big dream. It might be a conversation that left you feeling unexpectedly hopeful. It might be information that arrived at exactly the right time. It might be a moment of unexpected clarity in the middle of confusion. It might be something as simple as a parking space that opened up right when you needed it, which sounds ridiculous until you realize that life is made of small moments. And small moments are where trust is built or broken. One thing every evening. Because trust is not built in grand gestures. It is built in the daily practice of noticing and acknowledging that life is supporting you, even in quiet and subtle ways. The fifth practice is to say this out loud every single day, until you feel it in your bones. Greater good is coming. Wonderful things are on their way to me. I trust the process of my life. I do not need to see the whole staircase to take the next step. I am open to receiving more than I can currently imagine. These are not empty words. They are instructions to your subconscious mind. They are the direction you are setting your internal compass. And every time you say them, you are choosing faith over fear. And faith over fear, practiced consistently, creates a life that begins to look and feel like proof. Now, I want to talk to you about something that might be the most important thing I say today, and that is this. The greater good that is coming for you is not just about the external things, the dream job, the relationship, the financial freedom, the healed body, the life that finally looks the way you imagined it. Those things are beautiful and they are coming, and you deserve every single one of them. But the greater good that is truly being prepared for you is the version of yourself who exists on the other side of this waiting. The person who has learned to trust. The person who has been refined by uncertainty rather than destroyed by it. The person whose faith was not given to them in easy times but built through the hard ones. That person is extraordinarily powerful. That person knows things that only this season can teach. That person is going to do things and be things and give things to the world that the easier version of you simply could not have. The waiting is not the punishment. The waiting is the making of you. Here is what I want you to do right now, in this moment, while the feeling is alive. I want you to write down this sentence and finish it. The greater good that is coming for me includes blank. And I want you to write not what you think is realistic or probable, but what you actually, deeply, privately want. The thing you have been almost afraid to say out loud because it feels too big or too far or too much to hope for. Write it, name it, give it the dignity of being acknowledged. Because unnamed dreams are just anxiety in disguise, and named dreams are the beginning of everything. Then drop it in the comments. Tell us one thing that is on its way to you. Declare it, claim it. Because this community gathers here to remind each other that hope is not foolish and that greater good is not just a comforting idea. It is a lived reality for everyone who refuses to stop believing in it. If this video spoke to something in you today, give it a like, because it helps this message reach someone who is sitting somewhere right now, absolutely convinced that their best days are behind them, needing to be reminded that the best chapters of a life are never the ones that have already been written. Subscribe for more conversations like this one, because we do this work together here, week after week, with honesty and warmth and the firm collective belief that wonderful things are always, always on their way. And share this with someone who is in a waiting season right now. Someone who needs to hear today that their detour is not a dead end, that their story is not over, that the recalculating is not a failure. It is just navigation. Let me close with this, and I want it to settle into you like something warm and steady and true. You have survived every hard thing that has come before this moment, every disappointment, every delay, every season that felt like it would never end. And here you are, still here, still hoping, still showing up, still reaching. And that is not nothing. That is everything. That is the evidence that you are someone the universe is not finished with yet. Greater good is coming for you. Not because you have been perfect. Not because you have figured everything out. Not because you have finally earned it. But because you are here, and you are alive, and you have decided, against all the evidence that fear keeps presenting, to keep believing anyway. And that belief, that stubborn, beautiful, quietly courageous belief, is the most powerful force in your life. Wonderful things are on their way. They are closer than they appear. And you, exactly as you are, in this moment, in this season, with this history and this heart, are completely and perfectly ready to receive them. I will see you in the next one. Keep going. The best is absolutely yet to come.